Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Day 2. I missed you yesterday, but we're back. Week 7 actually, starting off with 20 diamonds, which is always fantastic. And as you can see with this sleep point score, didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but we did get 94, 92 sneaky snacking, which is very good. We're up to 10,143, so just about 7,000 off of that new goal of 17,200. And that actually pushed us to basic 5, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I was trying to hit basic 5 before I went to bed last night, but I was only about a third of the way, or no, I was about 2/3 of the way through basic 4. And I would have had to stay up till like 3 a.m. to make that work. So no dice. But, oh, we're actually almost grade 1 too. Maybe we'll get lucky and hit grade 2 after breakfast. But let's jump into this sleep report, session 80. 6 hours, 42 minutes. 46 minutes of dozing time, which is about 11%. 50% snoozing and 39 slumbering. Probably a snoozing type today then. No, still dozing. All right. That's fine with me. So I've actually got another Pokemon that I'm on the hunt for while we make our way towards the Tyranitar. I would love to get another better Cyndaquil. Because with the Quilava we have not being the best rated, if we get a better Cyndaquil, then we could really be putting in a lot of work here in Tao Paulo. So it looks like all 4 we already had. It was a Gulpin, Croagunk, Ghastly, and Ekans. I think that was Ekans I saw. Yeah. Yep, Ghastly, Ekans, Croagunk, and Gulpin. I'm thinking nobody's hungry. Kind of not the best spot we're in with nobody being hungry. So where we're at now, I think we just feed the Ghastly the bonus biscuit. Hope we get lucky. Didn't get lucky. But that does mean we'll for sure bring it home next time we see it. And we'll just wrap up there. We got nothing else we can do at the moment. You know what? Yeah, let's send out some Croagunk candy. Why not? $118 XP, nowhere near enough to rank up. 218 dream shards. Maybe by Wednesday we'll rank up. Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. I am off schedule thanks to yesterday. So we did get some new news about the Good Sleep Day sleep report. Plus 6 minutes on Wednesday and Thursday and plus 8 minutes on Friday. I'm really not sure if this data means anything to the game or if it's just kind of like, hey, check this out, this is kind of interesting. That may be all it is just for your information if you want to know. But again, still kind of surprised that there's not more of a difference, but 2 skill triggers to start off with is a very good way to start today. So there's grade 1. Or no, basic 5. What am I thinking? I'm way ahead of myself. Wait, didn't we hit basic 5 a minute ago? Or was that basic 4 and I'm just losing it? We're just gonna chalk that up to I'm losing it. So as you can see, we do have a new member of the team. Well, let's go ahead and break that down. This is the team that I picked. Of course, it's not working. I don't know why it always does this. There we go. So this is the new team breakdown. I went ahead and updated everything last night, so all of the stats should be accurate. But this is what we are looking at for the week. I added all of this up for just the expected berry power brought in for every Pokemon. And when I did that, it added up, I think it was around 275 or 276,000. So just with the expected berry power, we should be looking at, I want to double check and make sure, but I think it's at Ultra 4 for that amount. So almost Ultra 4 just on berries alone this week. So that's pretty good. If we can cover the other 90-ish thousand with meals, that would be fantastic. But I don't think that's actually that bad. I don't even know if we need extra tasties for that, because we're getting about 4,500 per meal, 3 a day. That's 13,500 times 7 would be, was that 70, 91, 94,500 if I did my math right. Someone double check me on that, but that's close enough, which is more than enough to put us into at least Master 1. I just have to make sure that we get these meals in every day. Otherwise, it will hinder our progress pretty significantly. But I did, this Gengar is the Haunter we had before. So same stats as before, same skills, just bringing stuff in faster. We've got 37 sleep reports with 1 level up. Just 1. All right. So not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, that's where we sit on the team this week. Kind of the roadmap is we should realistically be able to hit Master 1 this week finally. I don't think that unlocks the Tyranitar yet. I think you need Master 3 or 5. I forget exactly which for Tyranitar. But with the Diglett and Gengar on the team, they are both pretty good at what they're bringing in. Well, that's a new pop-up. They're both pretty good about the ingredients they bring in, the tomatoes and fiery herbs. So this week we're going to be focusing on the solar power tomato curry, which we did get curries, which is good because it's probably the best meal in terms of what I can gather ingredients for. I've thought about swapping out Butterfree for something a little more helpful, but as close to level 30 with more tomatoes as Butterfree is, I kind of wanted to leave it on the team and see what happens. Hopefully Butterfree will help bring in some of those tomatoes that we need, but we'll just have to see how that goes when it does hit level 30. Let's see, 4,558 from that meal. So yeah, we're hitting right about 4,500, and that's just going to go up over the week. So Master 1 should be pretty doable. I'd be kind of surprised if we don't hit Master 1 this week. And mission complete. Another mission complete. Go ahead and collect those. More dream shards and more handy candies, which I always need more of. And what is that? Oh, it's a graveler incense. That's pretty interesting. I don't think we'll be able to get it, but it's pretty cool. So one last thing before we go, we're gonna double check and make sure and see if we can help anybody along the way. Putting candies into Marowak is actually not the worst idea. Because at this point, this Marowak is pretty strong from what I recall. So I'm actually not... Yeah, we'll just drop 10 candies and put it straight to level 27. Make that easy. And then we can hit this edit button here and bump it up. Level 27. Well, lava, I'm holding on to candies for now. I don't know that I really want to put a whole lot of more candy into Quilava at this point, just because I am searching for a better Cyndaquil and I'd like to have a bunch of candy built up when I find it. Don't have any candies to help Diglett, but I'm really trying to get it to level 30 for these leaks, because at this point, this is my best shot at getting leaks coming in, and if we can get leaks pretty consistently, we can make a much better curry. Yeah, I can't really do much with Gengar. Butterfree, can't really do much. As much as I want to get it to level 30. Oh, that's right, they fixed it. So this Butterfree's nature XP gains up for the hasty nature. I did check, usually you get 25 XP per candy. This one, as you can see, it jumps from 534 to 504, so it's actually getting 30 per candy. So that does work. And in that case, we need 9 more candies to get it to level 7. So let's, why not? Let's go ahead and use 3 and get this thing to level 30. We finally have our first level 30 Pokemon. And so hopefully, ingredient unlocked. This Pokemon can find a new type of ingredient now that it has leveled up. So, 35 minutes and 6-second frequency with a carry limit of 31. It's looking pretty good, pretty solid. So now we'll just have to see how frequently we get tomatoes from it. And hopefully that will just ensure that we can get solar power curry every meal. Because if we can do that, Master 1 is in the bag for sure. But that's what we got today. That's the roadmap. That's what the new team looks like. I appreciate you clicking on the video and watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes. Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? We are back on day 3, Wednesday, hump day. Getting a dream cluster to start off with. I slept pretty well last night, and I kind of feel... Oh, that's a new high score, 11,409. I'll take that. I feel like it's almost guaranteed that I'm going to get a slumbering type with how deep I feel like I slept last night. But we'll see. And hopefully, actually, I don't think slumbering is good for us. That might be bad because I don't think that gives us our Cyndaquil. I think Cyndaquil is dozing type. If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've looked, so I could be wrong. But we got 100 sleep points. Puts us at 10,243, which is pretty good. I don't think we have anything else we need to do before we jump right into this sleep data, and we will see if I did in fact get slumbering. Session 81. 9 hours, 1 minute. 11:53 to 8:54. Oh yeah, there's a big chunk of slumbering there. 63%. Yeah, there's no way we don't get slumbering today. 21% more than typical. Jeez. And sometimes you gotta catch up. Sometimes that hard sleep is exactly what you need. And we got a 3-star for it. 8 million. Just barely 8. Let's see if we got anything good. I always hope for at least one new sleep style, because it just keeps us... Was that Iggly buff shiny? Or no. I think that was just my monitor. So we did get one new one. Probably the 3-star. Oh, hey! Signature pose, why not? Just one more until we finish the why not study. I'm curious if they're ever going to implement some kind of reward for completing individual sleep style. Oh, Riolu's hungry. I don't find Riolu that particularly beneficial in this game, actually. I'm not sure why I got excited. Because Riolu is a skill specialist, and its main skill is Dream Shard Magnet, which possibly the worst main skill in the game, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe there's some mechanics to it that I just am not thinking of and may make it better. But we have so many resources for Dream Shards that I don't really feel it warrants a main skill. At least one that we should pursue. I can see a certain scenario where you're running low and you're out of clusters and you're really spending them pretty heavy. It might be nice to have it. But in terms of priority, in my opinion. What is better, kind of. Here's where I struggle too. I have a Larvitar that I did the Pokemon calculator, and it turns out that across level 1 to 60, I think the lowest rating it had was 93%. So I have a very, very, very good Larvitar. Now it still could be better, but I think even around, I think it was level 25 and 30, its rating was 99. And then at level 60, it was down to 93. So I don't know that I'm really prioritizing getting a new Larvitar, and man, there's a lot of noise going on outside. But one thing I do need a better version of is a Cubone. Even though the one we have is really good, we need a better one. So I think that's what we're going to try to do, is bring home this Cubone. If nothing else, set it up to bring home next time. Yeah, I don't want to use anything else right now. So we'll just leave it as is, and we'll bring it home next time we see it. Signature pose sleep. That's pretty funny. I like that one. But we do need to send out the Larvitar candy, because that is one of the most beneficial Pokemon in the game. So we'll make sure we give people as much candy as possible. Research XP 479 and 553 Dream Shards. Not too bad. Still not quite rank 29. But with the way it's going, there's no reason we shouldn't be 29 tomorrow. Let's check the news. Yep, still no new news. I did see something, and I don't know if this is official, but rumors are going around that they may, in regards to friends, make it to where there's a chance that you get 2 candies from a friend instead of just 1. And the higher rank you are with those friends, the more likely that chance is to happen. Now, whether or not for you that's enough to justify keeping friends beyond rank 2 or 5 or, you know, whatever threshold you've decided for yourself. But again, I'm also not sure if that's official information. It kind of seemed like it might be, but I'm not saying it is yet. Just keep that in mind that it may be something going forward. Only one level up today. Not too bad. It's all good progress. But now that we've collected all that, let's go ahead and... This has actually been happening a lot. I think this is my 5th or 6th skill trigger in the last 2 days. And it's been really helpful with Gengar with its main skill. Because I think it's like 15 or 1600 every time it triggers. And I think it triggered twice yesterday, so even better. Really trying to make sure we get Master 1. There it goes again. Yeah, 1491 every time it triggers. All right. Time to eat. Which we definitely should have enough. Yep, for the solar power tomato curry. We're 5 tomatoes short of being able to make a second one. Funny enough, with Butterfree and Diglett working on tomatoes, it's still not bringing in a whole lot of tomatoes. Still find it funny that this suggestion here is if you find yourself tired during the day, take a 15 to 20 minute nap, but if you try to log that nap, it has to be at least an hour and a half. 4,749, which is good. I think it's about 250 points higher than what we got yesterday. So we're definitely making progress. All right. We didn't get any medals. Nope. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything. The one thing I do want to check, somebody said something that made me kind of second guess the energy recovery bonus, and I need to check tonight before I go to sleep what Butterfree's energy is at, and then figure out, actually with an early day tomorrow that may not be possible because it's going to mess it up. I really need to test this out on a day that I'm for sure going to get 100 sleep score, so I may have to do that tomorrow night, but check Butterfree's energy where it's at right before I go to sleep, and then check where it's at when I wake up, which would be if the energy recovery bonus does not apply beyond the 100% and then Butterfree's nature kicks in to drop it down to 80%, that means there should only be an 80 point difference. But if instead it's like a 89-90 point difference, then we can tell for sure that the energy recovery bonus from Marowak is applying to Pokemon with an energy recovery lowering nature. I don't think that's the case just based on the numbers I see, particularly here with Butterfree already at 73%. If it did get 90 points, then it should have started at the very least 90% today, and there's no way it's gone through 17% already. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the case, but I do want to double check just to verify that it is in fact not the case. But that's a fun little experiment. If you want to join me, feel free. Let me know what your results are if you run that experiment, and hopefully we can figure this all out together. But that's what I've got for today. Thanks for clicking on the video and watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes.
Good morning everybody and welcome back. We are on day 4 on Taup Hollow this week.
Hopefully we got something good, but I know I did not get much sleep, so we'll see how it goes. But we're going to start off with 4,840 sneaky snacking, which is always nice. A lovely 74 sleep points. So that'll bring us up to a grand total 10,317. We just barely didn't reach grade 5. I was trying to do it last night before I went to bed, but it got to a point where it was so far off, it just wasn't going to happen. I was hoping for an extra tasty last night. That would have really pushed us to grade 5, but no luck. Session 82, only 6 hours and 16 minutes. Which I did get to sleep pretty late last night, working on trying to fix some technical issues. I mean, that looks fairly balanced, so it might be a balanced sleep, maybe dozing though. Dozing. That's good. That is good. I think that's where the Cyndaquil that we want is hiding. $10 million. 10,135,000. Now let's see if we got anything interesting. I think that's a Gulpin over there. Yep. Oh, we got a Swallow too. All 6 Pokemon we already had. We got 2 Houndour, Ghastly, Ekans, Gulpin, and a Swalot. Not terrible. I mean, the Houndour is something that we definitely want another one of. We got a pretty decent one, but we could definitely use a better one. Nobody's hungry, huh? Well, we know we're taking the Ghastly with us today. The question is, do we want to do anything else? I may just go ahead and... Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend 100 sleep points and get that Pokeball just to take the Ghastly with. Did I not buy it? Did I miss the button? Oh. I'm looking at the wrong one. 150 sleep points. I am straight tripping. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that that was the premium shop. Let's buy this one. And then feed it to the Ghastly. Watch it be a critical. That would be my luck. And then I think what we're gonna do, what I want to do is go ahead and feed the Swalot the bonus biscuit. Hopefully we get a crit there. Nope. No luck. That is unfortunate. I think we're just gonna leave off there. Go ahead and take the Ghastly, get some progress on the Swalot, and we'll come back to that later on. There's a very good chance we'll see that Swalot again in the Good Sleep Day week. Let's send out some more Ghastly candy. Everybody needs Ghastly candy. $431 XP, so we will rank up. And got that Pokeball back. I didn't even need to spend the points for it. Oh well. We got a luck incense too. That's pretty good. 773 shards. All right. Level 8. Calm nature. I don't know what that one is. It must not be. It must be kind of in the middle because I don't remember that at all. Let's see what we got. Definitely not the best sub skills, so I don't think this one's going to be very good. Skill trigger, helping speed, inventory up M, skill level up M, and ingredient finder S. Something tells me, yeah, main skill chance down or up and speed of help down. Yeah, this one's not going to be great. Where's it at? Did I miss it? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Oh, that one's straight to the professor. All right. Oh well, that's one step closer to level 10 for that guaranteed gold, so I will take it. Let's go ahead and collect these ingredients. Quilava was actually doing pretty good yesterday with these skill triggers. So we are, I think we're at a pretty good spot for Master this week with all the Gengar and Quilava triggers that have happened. There's a lot of berries. And we've definitely been doing good on ingredients. But still no new news. 10,300 favorite berries, which is 63,000 dream shards. Well, I think we're good on dream shards for a little while. $41 new reports. Let's see if anybody leveled up. There's 1, 2. Just 2, all right. Snorlax leveled up. If I could just get an extra tasty, we would definitely be set, but I haven't got a single one this week. Haven't missed a meal at all and have not gotten a single extra tasty. Why do we have so many soybeans all of a sudden? I mean, I'm not really complaining. I'm just curious where they came from. So let's see, level bonus 19%. 4,733. Interesting, that's actually lower. I guess it's due to the ingredients I put in, but that was lower than the solar power curry I made last night before bed, because that one was 4,900 and I want to say 80, but it was 4,900 something. So still not bad. It's only about a 200 point difference, but it does add up over the course of the week. And looky there, Gengar already with more berries, and Butterfree is already tired. Let's see. I checked last night before I went to bed and Butterfree was at 0%, and I've been awake for almost 5 hours and it's already at 38%. Same with Gengar and Diglett and Quilava. I've really got to get rid of all of these energy lowering natures, or switch out for somebody who has what is it, energizing cheer main skill. I might have to switch out for that, because that's gonna really hurt later today. Either that or I'm gonna have to buy some energy pillows, which I never want to buy energy pillows. More dream shards. I wonder how many dream shards do we actually have? Is there a way that you can just check your dream shards, or do you have to like go into something that would normally use dream shards? What do we want to do? I did not want to do that. I wanted a long press. Let's see. So 128,000 dream shards. That is pretty good. I really would like to get this Gengar to level 25 for that helping speed. That would help immensely. But yeah, 128,000 dream shards. I think we're going to be good on dream shards for quite a while. And that's a pretty good place to be. But with that said, that's what I've got for you today. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We are on day 5. It is Friday. We are here on Taup Hollow. And got some fancy apples to start off with. We'll definitely throw those in the pot later. Still haven't figured out why the screen goes dark. We got 5,902 sneaky snacking, which is not surprising. I did do a little bit of an experiment last night before I went to sleep. I took a picture of Butterfree. And specifically, I was testing if the energy recovery bonus from Marowak at level 25 actually did anything. So I took this picture. Nope, that picture there of Butterfree before I went to sleep was 0% energy. And when I woke up this morning, I went in and took a picture of Butterfree's energy as of this morning, and it was surprisingly at 89%. So it does seem that even though the pop-up in the morning only says 100%, it does seem like it actually is benefiting Pokemon with an energy recovery lowering nature. Because Butterfree, if I understand the lowering nature accordingly, or accurately, I should say, Butterfree should have had 80% energy if the energy recovery bonus was not kicking in, because I believe it's a 20% negative. So typically without that energy recovery bonus, Butterfree should have been at 80%, but instead was at 89. So it does seem like it is working, even though it doesn't tell you on the main screen that it's working. So something to keep in mind. I do want to test it a little bit more and make sure, but it does seem to actually be working. So not as disappointing of a sub-skill as I had originally thought. So that's good to know. But moving on, 5,902 sneaky snacking, which makes sense because 4 of my 5 Pokemon were at 0% energy when I went to bed last night. So that's always fun. Let's go ahead and collect our sleep points. We are now at 10,267 because we got 100 there. I actually slept pretty well last night. Got my weekly chance to sleep in a little bit. And let's jump into this sleep report and see if we got anything fancy. Session 83. 10 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, got a rare chance to sleep in. I had to take it. Time taken to fall asleep, 8 minutes. Did fall asleep pretty quick. Looks like we got a fairly balanced sleep report, so it might be balanced today. That would be nice. Yep. Outside of being able to specifically get snoozing, balanced is the next that I can get, given our current hunt. Just shy of 18 million, 17.75 million. It's not too bad. And we got a 4-star, so maybe it'll be in a top belly Cyndaquil. Nope, a top belly that we already had. And a Huggy Bone Sleep, another Marowak. I don't know if I really want another Marowak at this point in the game. I really like the one I have. 2 Marowaks, it looked like. Yep. So we've got 2 Marowaks, Ekans, Gulpin, another Diglett, and Igglybuff. Which I have not caught an Igglybuff yet. Kind of hope that one's hungry. Unfortunately, no new sleep styles, which were really close to getting Snowdrop Tundra. Hungry Gulpin, just a Gulpin. I do need a better Gulpin, so I might take that. I mean, yeah, honestly, it wouldn't make sense to not catch it while we have it. Other than the fact that I feel like I don't see Igglybuff all that often. So, kind of torn on trying to catch that Igglybuff. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think I am just going to go ahead and take the Gulpin. We'll see how this turns out. Should be pretty good to have this. And I don't know that I want to, or no, I have caught at least one Igglybuff. It's a level 2. I didn't even notice that. At this point, I don't know if I want to spend any other biscuits to try and catch it. With Halloween coming up, and also the good sleep event coming up around the same time. Yeah, I don't want to spend any biscuits. I want to kind of save them up for these events coming up. Really don't know which one to give out. You know what? Let's give out some Cubone candy. Marowak's pretty useful in Tau Paulo. Maybe help get some people set up for Tau Paulo if they haven't made it there yet. Only 818 research XP only. And 1700 dream shards. Alright. So let's figure out how good this Gulpin is. So we have some pretty, just right off the bat, pretty decent looking sub skills, but it is a Dream Shard magnet. And I'm not really favoring Dream Shard magnet as a main skill. To me, it's possibly the worst in the game. But we'll go ahead and rank it anyway and see how it stacks up. We've got soybeans, mushrooms are actually pretty good, and honey. Unfortunately, not double mushroom, but that's okay. Skill trigger M, helping speed S, inventory up M is actually looking like it might be a pretty decent. Ingredient finder M is not the best, but if we're looking for mushrooms, it's not bad. And inventory up L. With a bashful nature, yeah, this might be an okay one. It doesn't look terrible. Oh. Well. That turned out to be a lot higher rating than I was expecting. I was thinking it was going to be around 70, 75. I mean, especially at level 30 with the mushrooms. Let's see. Yeah, the only thing that would make it better is I think that's berry finding S, if I remember correctly. But even then, a 91 is pretty good. I mean, if we're ever in a spot where we really need dream shards, this Gulpin is going to come through. So I think I'm going to hang on to that. So I'll go ahead and put favorite star on it. And we'll hold on to it. We got plenty of candy, so we could definitely power it up and evolve it if need be to something, or not to something. I know what it evolves into. It evolves into Swalot. But yeah, if need be, we could put some resources into it when the time comes. So that's pretty good. Not a bad catch. Kind of glad I went ahead and caught it instead of going for the Iggly buff. But let's collect these berries. We got a skill trigger, always helpful. And my lucky streak with Gengar finally broke yesterday. Skill triggered, and I only got, I think it was like 500 power from it. But every other skill trigger this week has been around 1500, 1500, somewhere around there. So I guess we can let them take a break every now and then. Let's check. We got 2 new news. Let's see. Let's check out the Good Sleep Day, the 3rd Good Sleep Day. All right, Good Sleep Day event will begin at 4, just like usual. Saturday, October 28th is when it starts. So day 1, Saturday, October 28th. Day 2, Sunday the 29th, and day 3, October 30th. So, is it going to be the same as always? Yeah, it looks like it'll be the same as before. Day 1 and 3 is Drowsy Power times 1.5, Pokemon Sleep XP times 2, with another 500 sleep points each day, and then on the middle day, day 2, double Drowsy Power, triple Sleep XP, or Pokemon Sleep XP, and a free 1,000 sleep points. So same fare as always. Doesn't look like, let's see, let's double check. Each day of the Good Sleep Day event rolls over at 4, same as before. Event bonuses apply only to sleep data tracked. Makes sense. If you wait to report sleep data tracked before the event begins and select review later during the event, event bonuses will not be applied. Same as before. Review later after the event has ended, event bonuses will be applied. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything has changed here. It looks like it's all the standard Good Sleep Day, or Good Sleep Day event. It looks like it's all the standard stuff. The effects of incense stack with Good Sleep Day effects. Yeah, we knew that. So make sure to hold on to your growth incense. Let's see, growth, focus incense. What's the other one? Friend incenses are good to have because you're going to have a much higher drowsy power. So those aren't bad to hold on to as well. And the luck incense is kind of good. If you need some dream shards, it's definitely a good time to use it. Probably at the point I'm at with over 100,000 dream shards, I don't think I'll be using a luck incense this time around unless I just have nothing else, and then why not? But yeah, make sure to hold on to some incenses for when the event happens next weekend. So we've got about a week, and that is a perfect time to use them. Now, let's check out what we really want to know. Double Candy. Event notice Halloween 2023 Double Candy research. Beginning at 4 a.m. on Monday, October 30th, which... does that line up? Let's see. Let me double check. I want to be sure. The day 1. Where is it? Where did it go? There it is. Day 1. Saturday, which means Saturday night will be the first day, and then Sunday night's the second day, Monday night's the third day. So it does look like, I don't know, I'm really bad about these time zones and refreshing at 4 a.m. It kind of messes with my ability to figure it out. But I think that Monday will overlap, which is good, because we'll have a pretty good boost to the week. But it begins on Monday, October 30th. We will be holding an event, Halloween 2023 Double Candy Research. Trick or treat.
During the week-long Halloween 2023 Double Candy Research event, you'll be able to encounter Pokemon of different sleep types, regardless of your own sleep type. So that's interesting. So kind of like getting a balanced sleep type, just regardless of what you get, it will treat it as balanced, maybe? Also, you can get lavish rewards, such as a total... Whoa, why did that happen? Such as a total of Handy Candy S times 25 through special missions. Oh, okay. That was not expected. That's actually kind of cool. That will be added to the usual missions, and you can get at least twice the usual number of Pokemon candies from Sleep Research. It's interesting that it says at least twice. So I'm wondering if maybe there's like a separate ranking that maybe as you level up the Halloween event, you get more than double. Yeah, that's kind of curious that it says at least twice. So maybe the base rate is double the candy you get from Sleep Research. And then as you do certain things, maybe complete a certain number of missions or special missions or whatever the case may be, you rank it up and maybe get triple or maybe even quadruple the candies. Try to get lots of candies during this event. Also, this time you'll have lots of chances to meet Pikachu wearing a Halloween hat and also ghost type Pokemon such as Ghastly. Ghost type Pokemon makes sense. Halloween, spooky season, makes sense to meet a bunch of ghost type Pokemon. Pikachu wearing a Halloween hat. I've been playing Pokemon Go since it launched. I'm kind of tired of the hat Pikachus. Like, can we get something else? I get Pikachu's the mascot, but I'm really tired of it. It would be nice. A Mimikyu would have been great. Like, hey, we're releasing a brand new Pokemon. It's Mimikyu for the Halloween. That'd be really cool. But we go into, it looks like just what constitutes a day for the event, 4 a.m. to 3:59 a.m. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday is the last day of the event. So Sunday night's sleep will be the last one. Oh, here we go. How to progress in the event. Participating in the event is easy. Simply press the sleep button on green grass isle. Okay, so it sounds like it only takes place on green grass. So all this work we've been doing to level up Taup Hollow for the Halloween has been pointless. But at least green grass is in a pretty good place where we left it. Simply press the sleep button on green grass isle before going to sleep during the event period to track your sleep. A variety of event-related effects will be triggered during your sleep research. A variety of event-related effects. Okay, that's interesting. Note, tracking sleep on any map other than Greengrass Isle will not trigger the event bonuses. So yeah, only Greengrass. So everyone's going to be on Greengrass Isle next week. So get ready for that. Hopefully, not next week, sorry, the week after. Next week is just a normal week. Then we have Halloween the week after that. All right, so event bonuses on Halloween. Okay, so on Halloween and the last day of the event, you'll get 3 times the usual number of candies for the first sleep research of the day. Okay. So you just get double every other day, and on Halloween and the last day you get triple. That makes sense. So it's not what I was saying before about some kind of progression system. Many Pokemon of different sleep types will appear during sleep research regardless of the researcher's sleep type for that day. Certain Pokemon will have a greater chance of appearing during sleep research, assuming ghost, dark types, probably going to be what we see the most. On the other days, October 30th and November 1st through 4th, we'll get double the usual number of candies for the first sleep research of the day. A few Pokemon of different sleep types will appear, same as the others. Certain Pokemon have a greater chance of appearing, same as the other days. Pokemon that are easier to encounter during the event period, you'll have a greater chance of meeting the following Pokemon with a much greater encounter chance: Halloween Pikachu, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. So we'll probably be seeing a bunch of those Halloween week. Greater encounter chance, Meowth and Cubone. That's an interesting choice. I wonder why. I wonder why Meowth and Cubone. I mean, I'm fine with that. I read ahead. Slightly greater encounter chance. I'm guessing that's a 2-stage evolution. Probably a ghost or dark type. Maybe Phantom. That'd be cool. Phantom would be really interesting. Because, oh, here we go. Because October 30th overlaps with the Good Sleep Day event, the effects of both Halloween, Double Candy, and Good Sleep Day, drowsy powered 1.5 times, will be applied. So confirmed, it will overlap. My suspicion was correct, and my brain is not as smooth as I thought. Then we get into notes about the Halloween 2023 event. Each day, Double Candy research rolls over at 4, same stuff. Important, the event bonuses apply only to sleep data on green grass. So absolutely 100% make sure you switch to green grass on October 30th. On that Monday, pick green grass. Do not pick anywhere else. It will not apply anywhere else. You will miss out on the event if you do not have a way to switch to green grass. So make sure that you get on green grass aisle for that week. The event bonus for the number of candies you gain does not apply to the second sleep session in a day. Excuse me. Event bonuses apply only to sleep tracking that begins within the event period. Standard fare. If you wait to report sleep data before the event begins and select review later, event bonuses won't be applied. Wait, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this seems like the standard stuff. Oh, wait, I do see one that's different. Event bonuses do not apply to sleep tracking during the tutorial. Okay. Kind of sucks for new players, but I guess it makes sense. Pikachu wearing Halloween hats will stop appearing during regular sleep research after the event has ended, but will appear if you use a Halloween Pikachu incense. So we know there's going to be that incense. So that's interesting. They may also appear in another event sometime. So probably just coming back every Halloween. And then that's kind of disappointing. Pikachu wearing Halloween hats cannot be evolved. I really don't like when they do that, and they do it in Pokemon Go too. They give you costumed Pokemon that you can't evolve. And it's like, but I want to see like Charmander with a party, or no, I have a Charmander with a Cubone hat that can't evolve in Pokemon Go, and I would love to see a Charizard with a Cubone hat. I think that'd be pretty cool, but for whatever reason, they won't let him evolve. But like, that was a hefty news segment, double announcements. So quite a lot that we covered. Hopefully I covered everything. Let's get in, collect this research, because we haven't even made breakfast yet. Got completely distracted. 40 new sleep reports. There's 1 level up. 2. We got 2. All right. Well, let's go get Snorlax fed. I'm sure he's hungry waiting on us to finish reading all of that news. That was a lot. But it is exciting. We know we've got something coming up. It will overlap a little bit with the Good Sleep Day, which is exactly what we could hope for. The only thing that could have been better is if day 2 would have overlapped with it, but it is what it is. Maybe next year. All right, so let's get this. Let's throw those apples in there. Throw some honey, some ginger, and a couple of these cacao. So now the question is, do I stay on Taup Hollow next week, or do I go ahead and go to green grass and just give it that extra 5% bump for the Good Sleep Day event? And because that's the question. Do I stay on Taup Hollow for the major part of the Good Sleep Day event for that Saturday or Sunday, and then switch to green grass on Monday for Halloween? Or do I go to green grass next week and get it ready, get it 5% higher for the area bonus for the Halloween event? That's a tough call. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. If you think I should go ahead and switch over to green grass on Monday and get ready for the Halloween event, or should I stick with Taup Hollow for the good sleep day event and see if we can get that Tyranitar we've been after? Because I'm not really sure at this point. That's a tough call. But like I said, we got hefty news announcement. Hey, some fiery herbs, I'll take those. Got some hefty news announcements. We finally got the Halloween event announced. Let me know how excited you are for the Halloween event, and if you're expecting good things from it, and if you're excited about that Halloween hat Pikachu, because I'm sure there are people that are excited. I'm not one of them, but I guarantee you someone out there is. But with that said, that's all I've got for today. Snorlax is gonna level up. You're making me look bad, Snorlax. There you go. Be sure to hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes. Good morning everybody and welcome back. We are on day 6 here on Taup Hollow. We did not get as much sleep as I would have liked last night, but that's because I was live streaming last night, ended up running until like 12:30, 1 o'clock, so a little past my bedtime, but we were having fun. So can't really beat that, but we did get 3290 sneaky snacking. Again, everybody was at 0% energy when I went to bed last night, especially since I went to bed late. So we're only going to get 87 sleep points today, which puts us up to 10,354. Growing ever closer to our goal. And let's just jump into this sleep data and see, even though we didn't get 100, let's see if we got anything good on session 84. 7 hours and 25 minutes. 40 minutes to fall asleep. Almost certainly getting a snoozing type then. Yep. Which is good, because what we want spawns behind the snoozing. So maybe we will get lucky and see that Cyndaquil. I was getting kind of nervous. That number looked like it was starting to go up pretty slow. Hey, we got in a top belly, 20,300,000. Pretty good. And 7 spawns. Pretty good, pretty good. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Cyndaquil is so adorable too. It's like we got 6 of them. We got 2 Wobbuffets, a Rattata, Eradicate, and another Eevee, and a Charmander, which I also still need a better Charmander too, so. And then 1 new sleep style. So cute. I love me some Cyndaquil. Only 1 more to finish it up. I've seen more Cyndaquil than I thought. I was thinking that was actually the first one I saw, but that wouldn't make any sense because I have a Quilava that I evolved. And of course the Charmander's hungry, but the Cyndaquil is the one we want. And the Rattata already has some work. Oh, well. This is interesting then. So I think I have a plan. It may not be a good plan, but I think I have a plan. I think this may be worth it in the long run. So we give the hungry Charmander the Great Biscuit. And then we give the Cyndaquil, the bonus biscuit. Only +3. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. Not a great place to be right now. At this point, all we can do is the regular biscuits. Come on, just don't be full. Just don't be full. Oh, okay. We got lucky. And there we go. Cyndaquil and Charmander. It unfortunately didn't work out in the most favorable way. I was hoping the bonus biscuit would get a crit, and then we could use those 2 biscuits to take home Rattata. But it looks like we'll just have to put off the Rattata for another day. We should get some decent XP and Dream Shards today. And of course, we send out the adorable atop belly Cyndaquil photo. We gotta make everybody's day. $910 XP and 2254 Dream Shards. All right. So y'all know what time it is. Now we switch over and we check how good they are. So we have a Charmander with Adamant Nature. I think that's actually really good for Charmander. Is it? Or no, Adamant's good for berries, huh? Yeah, Adamant's really good for berries, so that's actually not great. We don't want ingredient down, but we've got inventory up M, which is good. Skill level up M is okay. Helping speed M is good. Inventory up S and ingredient finder M. Unfortunately, a lot farther down the list than I would like. My initial suspicions for how good this Charmander is very quickly being shot down. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And let's see. Let's select ingredient count and see. Pretty much the same. So this is something new that was added. Kind of been looking at it a little bit and haven't really messed around with it too much, but it does seem like it makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, there's a 6-point difference there, and I think a 10-point difference there. And then if you calculate for total strength, it is better overall for total strength, but still not great. But like I said, I'm still kind of messing around with this, trying to figure out exactly what it means and what we should be looking for. So just to know it's there. And let's move on to the Cyndaquil, which is the one we really want to get a good one. Mild nature. That one's not ringing any bells, so it could be good, could be bad. This is the one that needed adamant. We've got ginger all the way. And then sleep XP bonus. Skill trigger S. Inventory up M. Inventory up S. These sub skills are not great. And helping speed S being at level 100 is really not good. Let's see. So let's just calculate total strength. I think that's what I'm going to do for most of them. Just total strength, just to get kind of an overall rating. Yeah. So this one tapers off pretty quickly. Let's see. Even if we had it at level 25, which is kind of where we are now, it's already, yeah, it's pretty significantly lower than what our current Quilava is outputting, which granted, there is going to be a frequency difference there, and Quilava has a big jump up from being evolved, but I don't think evolving this Cyndaquil would make up the difference to equal Quilava in the long run. So unfortunately, we did get what we wanted, but neither of them are really all that great. So I think those will both be sent to the professor, and we'll just take those extra candies. Another 354 sneaky snacking. Now, before we jump into collecting these berries and feeding, I did want to give a shout out to Jared Nelson. In the comments, he pointed out that in this picture here, you can see a little, maybe a little teaser as to what the new Pokemon is. I know I'd theorized yesterday that it was going to be Phantom, but it looks like if that ornament is a little teaser, it looks like Shuppet and Banette are going to be the new Pokemon for the Halloween event. Granted, Shuppet is based on a very common decoration in Japan, so it could just be decorative, but I don't think so. So we're probably looking at Shuppet for the new Pokemon. Also wanted to shout out JP in the comments. Let me know that Cerebi has a list of the different Halloween bundles that are going to be on sale, which I'm going to have here as well. Unfortunately, there are no diamond amounts listed, so we don't know what they're going to cost. So whether it'll be worth it or not will be based on how much they cost, obviously. But we've got 3 bundles. We've got small, medium, and large. The small Halloween bundle gives you 1 Great Biscuit, 1 Friend Incense, and 3 Handy Candy S, which not bad. If it's 100 diamonds, that probably wouldn't be the worst way to spend some diamonds. As a free to play, I wouldn't, because the Friend Incense and the Handy Candy, not really all that important to me as a free player. Again, the good camp ticket gives you 7 days of a Friend Incense, so I think it's better to save your diamonds for that if you're a free player. But if you have an overabundance of diamonds or you're a premium player, that may be worth it for you. Then Halloween Bundle M, we have 6 Poke Biscuits, 2 Great Biscuits, 1 Friend Incense, and 6 Handy Candy S. That one, I would speculate probably in the 500-600 diamond range would be worth it. What the actual value will be when they release it, it may be more. If I had the diamonds, I might do it just because that is a lot of biscuits. But as a free player, I definitely won't be buying that. Then we get on to Halloween Bundle Large, which is 10 Great Biscuits, 3 Friend Incense, 6 Handy Candy S, and 2 Handy Candy M's. Handy Candy M's are kind of interesting. They give you a lot more candies per Pokemon than a small does, but even still, I don't feel like candy is a super hard resource to come across. There's been a couple of times where I've run into like, oh man, I wish I had some more candy, but at the end of the day, this is a slow burn game. You don't necessarily need to level up right now. I do wish that I could get Gengar to level 25 right now for his next sub skill, but at the same time, I'm not bothered with waiting a few more days. It's not that big of a deal since this is a long game. Like, you're not meant to quote unquote beat the game in like 2 months, you know? This is a game that we're going to be playing for a long time, so we take it slow. So for that reason, handy candies just generally are not a big deal for me. Friend incense, the same thing with the good camp ticket. I think it's better to save your diamonds for that because you get a lot more benefits plus 7 days of a friend incense. Great biscuits are really where I put the value in this bundle. And if it's cheap enough, I think, let me see, what do great biscuits normally go for? Well, great biscuits are locked behind the premium store, and they're usually 400 sleep points for one. Let's look at the diamond count. That's what I want. 600 diamonds for 3. So great biscuits are typically 200 diamonds. So for 10 of them, you're looking at 2,000 diamonds. If this was on sale for 1,000, maybe 1,200, and I had the diamonds to spare, and I wasn't gonna miss them. At that point, I would think it'd be kind of worth it. But again, that's up to you to decide for how you play the game, whether you're free to play or premium, how many diamonds you currently have, and if you're going to miss them if you were to spend them on the bundle. But those are the bundles we got coming up. Some interesting stuff. Definitely let me know what you think about the bundles and if you're going to be picking any of them up. And that said, let's jump into, let's collect this research. Yep, still no new news. That was news from yesterday. Let's get our research reports, 38 of them. There's 1, 2, just 2. Another link cable and an ingredient ticket S. No medals. Kind of unfortunate. Hey, there's that candy we were looking for. Always like to see that trigger. Marowak has just been consistent these last couple of weeks about his skill triggering and just bringing in a lot of berries because he always has higher energy. So Marowak's pretty solid to have on your team in Taup Hollow. I have no complaints with Marowak. Man, we are getting all the skill triggers today. That's good. We need them. Ah, broke the streak. Now where, oh where did that Diglett go? Oh, there you are, hiding up in the corner. 4 out of 5. Hey, 4 out of 5 is not bad. I'll take that. That's pretty good odds. All right. Let's go ahead and make some breakfast. Throw in the honey, all this ginger. Don't want to throw in the tomatoes, but I can throw in some fiery herbs because Gengar has been bringing those in like crazy. I think last night when I cooked, I had something like 34 fiery herbs and we only need 5 per meal. 5,396. Not enough to level up, but we are steadily getting higher and higher than that original average of 4,500. Just barely got breakfast in too. All right, and still 80 berries for Snorlax to go through. How far are we from Master? Is it 366? About 114,000. Not bad. That's not very far off. So today is Saturday. We got several feedings today, or 2 feedings left today, and then 3 tomorrow, plus all the gathering. Now I'm starting to wonder about my initial math. I'm still optimistic that we're going to hit Master 1, but I have had absolutely 0 extra tasty meals this week, and that's kind of hurting. So we'll see how tomorrow goes, and that'll be the real determining factor on whether or not we hit Master 1. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for clicking on the video and watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We are on day 7, Sunday, here on Taup Hollow. Hopefully, we get something good. We're inching ever closer to master rank. So, ooh, 9,700 sneaky snacking. I am always up for that. Got some pretty decent sleep last night. Had to catch up a little bit. It's been quite the week. That puts us at 10,454 points. Is that sad shiny Butterfree for some reason? That poor Butterfree can never get a full night's rest. But let's jump into this sleep report. We got session 85. Second to last sleep report for the week. 9.5 hours of sleep. Went to sleep pretty quick, slept pretty hard. Had a little bit of dozing. Definitely got some good slumbering in there. So I guess that's what we're getting today. Maybe get us a shiny Totodile. There's a 3-star. You 2 stars. Another 3. And 4-star. Not too bad. Not too bad. 7 total spawns. Oh, hey. A top belly, why not? That goofy smile. It's kind of cute. I think that's the only new one we got. Got 2 Togepis. Ooh, another Larvitar. Graveler, why not, Marowak. And of course, the 4-star. A top belly, why not? Is that the last one I need? Sure is. So nothing really too crazy today. I mean, the 4-star is always nice. It's always good to get a little progress towards the next rank, but nothing crazy. Let's see if anybody's hungry. No one's hungry. Ooh, that's not good. And we used all our biscuits yesterday. I mean, nothing here is really all that crazy. So I think we give the Larvitar the bonus biscuit. See if we get a crit. Nope, no crit. But we just have that ready for next time. At this point, that is the one that I would want to rank up to level 10 to get that guaranteed gold sub skill. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Nothing really good or great today. A couple of decent things. And of course, we give out that Larvitar candy. Because Tyranitar just takes so many resources. So we're going to try to make sure we get our friends able to get their Larvitars evolved up. 1569 research, that's pretty good. And 2200 dream shards. So overall, just an okay day so far. Let's see if we get lucky with these skill triggers. Because we are going to need some extra ingredients today. And all the help we can get to push through to Master 1. We've still got, what is that? I think 75,000 power left to get to Master 1. That helps. That's pretty good. Let's see. 293 and we need to get to 366. So yeah, 73,000 if I've done my math right. We got a ways to go, but it's not impossible. All right, no new news today. We did get a medal though. Psychic type, 30 of them. 10 diamonds, there we go. Now we're getting something good today. Maybe that's a good omen. 392 sneaky snacking. That was a weird place for that pop-up to happen. 37 sleep reports. There's 1 level. 2, 3. 3 of them. 3 link cables. You got more? More berries? Any more ingredients? I'm trying to remember what the pot's gonna be at for today. Is it 66? Let's see. Yeah, 66. I don't even think we have 66 ingredients. I think we're close. Let's go back and double check before we get into this. Check the bag. Oh, we have exactly 66. Well, I don't necessarily want to use all of them because those tomatoes need to be saved for later. So let's drop a couple tickets. Get some extra filler. All right, so that should put us at 96. Yeah, now we've got plenty to fill out this pot. More berries. And Marowak is on top of it today. We can make a few things. But we want... Yep, we want the solar power tomato curry. That is what gives us the most benefit. Throw in all this sausage, all the milk, all this extra oil, honey, and warming ginger to round it out. Hopefully we can get lucky with an extra tasty. Because we have been really unlucky with those. Nope. Still no extra tasty. It's been so long since I've gotten an extra tasty. Which we got 9,182 this time. It's been so long since I've had an extra tasty meal. I don't really even remember exactly when it was. I think it was last Wednesday. So like a week and a half, something like that. I don't know. I haven't gotten a single extra tasty this week, so yay. But I do want to double check real quick. Oh, actually everybody's energy is looking pretty decent. I don't know why Butterfree was running around looking tired with 76%. Yeah, everybody's looking pretty good right now. I think, I don't know, I kind of have a weird, maybe dumb idea. Let me see what it would cost me if I wanted to. It's kind of steep. I was thinking
that maybe if it gets close, like say, because we need 366,000 to get to master. So say we get to like 350, 355, maybe I would buy a helper whistle and hopefully just push it over the edge into master. But that will definitely be something I'll do. If I do it at all, it will be right before I go to sleep, just to see where we're at, because I don't want to buy it for no reason. So that's kind of where we're at today. Not getting extra tasties at all this week has kind of been a real hindrance on feeling more confident about getting to master 1. And right now we have 311, so we still need another 55,000. So it's going to be cutting it close, but it's still possible that we hit master today. Kind of one of those, I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way. So we'll just have to see. I'll have to see what it looks like tonight before I go to sleep, and I may use a helper whistle just to get another 3 hours worth of berries and stuff, and hopefully that's enough. But we'll just have to see how it goes tonight. That said, that's all I've got for today. Not a whole lot going on. Not a real crazy sleep research. We've got the Larvitar set up for next time, so hopefully we'll see him again tomorrow and we can take that home. But other than that, that's all I got for today. So I appreciate you clicking on the video and watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.